Okay, now maybe a little bit more window dressing. Just bring something in here to make it more three-dimensional. Let's see, we'll turn off our auto key and come on over here to models. So we got art and 3D models, and in the non-colored models there's all kinds of trees, but I tell you, it gets a little bit hard to put all the materials on those trees. That's why they haven't gotten done yet. And that bush is alright, but I think this lilac will be just fine. So lilac 2A, I'll just bring that in. Now here's a note on trees. Things can get really slow really fast, and when you're doing just one picture, that's bad. But when you're doing an animation where you've had, here's just 180 and this is only 6 seconds, then that is really bad, right? So too many trees, too many plants, too many trees, because plants and trees tend to be really complex. And so if you're sitting there, putting 5, 10, 20 trees into a scene, it's going to really slow things down, and these computers just can't handle that. Okay, so that's why we use a background. Well, look, we didn't have to make all this stuff. We're just throwing in this one little lilac bush. I think we can just, let's see, maybe go to T for top and move this guy over a little bit. Let's see how that looks back to our camera view. It's alright. Let's move it over here a little bit. And not bad. Not bad. Maybe down a little bit. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. And now maybe a little something over here. So watch this. Here's a little trick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shift copy this lilac tree, right? And I was saying, well, we don't want too much stuff, right? So watch this. So I'm just going to bring this down here. And that's going to be nice because it's going to fill in just a little bit of this space up front, giving us, once again, a little bit more three-dimensionality. Okay, but there's a whole lot of wasted vertices down here, a whole lot of wasted information that's difficult for the computer to deal with. So we want to use only what we need. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and with this one selected, okay, come on lilac, there we go. So here's my lilac branches, okay, that's actually the leaves part right here. I don't know why those got reversed, but anyways, that's it. Those are all those leaves. And I'm going to go over here to my vertices and making sure that I'm on my select object tool, not my move tool or anything else. I'm going to go ahead and select all the vertices that I see. Okay, but those are the ones I want to keep. So then I'll go over here to my edit and all the way down to select invert. Now I've selected all the ones that I don't see, and I can simply say delete. I've deleted those, and that's gotten rid of a lot of information that I don't need, and will just make things a whole lot easier. Okay, well, let's see what this is looking like here. If I go ahead, back up to my top level there, and you see this guy here. Oh, I don't see the images on there. I'm going to pause this for just a second and make sure I've got the pictures for that tree. Okay, I'm back. So this is the material for that lilac tree. Now sometimes the computer loses the picture. You had it, you moved the file up for the model around or something, right? Okay, so what I'm doing here is here's the picture. I think this is for the bark right here. I'm making sure this is selected. And you can see over here, bitmap parameters, bitmap. If I go here and click on that, that's where I can look, I can browse and look for that. So in this case, I'll be going to the libraries and to the T drive and to art and to the class models. In the colored models, I have a folder and that has all the pictures in it. So I'll just say open, and that is in there. And I will do the same thing for this one here. Go over here. I'm already on those the same place. So I'll say open. And so now, let's see. Did we get it? Yeah, and so now these are colored. Anyways, back to these. I'm going to grab all these lilacs here. And I'm going to right click, Object Properties, click off the shelf frozen in gray, and I am going to freeze them. Okay, so now we're all set. And finally what we'll do is we'll click on the head here so that it opens up this chain. And I can open up, here's where the head is. I'm going to go to the pelvis, and I'm going to select the children, and I'm going to turn those off. But the head, I'm going to go ahead and turn all those back on. And we'll fill up high resolution. I'm going to go Alt X so he's not frozen anymore. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So he comes over and he gives us a little wave. You could use an expression, but we'll work on expressions in another episode later on. Okay, so now this is great, but if we were to render this, we really aren't matching the lighting. We don't have any shadows and whatnot, like on Phil or on these trees or anything else. So now we have to put in the lighting.